The seventh task, asking the mysteries. After the successful completion of her tasks, Vasalisa asks the Yaga some questions. The tasks of this time are these: questioning and trying to learn more about the life, death, life, nature, and how it functions, which Vasalisa asks about the horseman; learning the truth about being able to understand all the elements of the wild nature, which is to know too much can make one old too soon. We shall begin with the question, what am I really? What is my work here? The Yaga teaches us that we are life, death, life, that this is our cycle, this is our special insight into the deep feminine. When I was a child, one of my aunts told me of our family's legend of the watery woman. She said at the edge of every lake there lived a young woman with old hands. Her first job was to put tews, which I can only describe as your soul or soul fire, into dozens of beautiful porcelain ducks. Her second job was to wind the wooden keys of the ducks' backs. When the winding keys ran out and the ducks fell over, their bodies shattered. She was to flap her apron at the souls as they were released, and shoo them up into the sky. Her fourth job was to put the tews into more beautiful porcelain ducks, wind their keys, and release them into their lives. The tews in the story is one of the clearest about exactly what it is the life, death, life mother does with her time. Physically, Mother Nyx, Baba Yaga, the watery woman, La Que Sabe, and the wild woman represent different pictures, different ages, moods, and aspects of the wild mother god. The infusion of tews into our own ideas, our own lives, and the lives of those we touch, that is our work.
Dwayne now patted the top.
So I'm just going to let you know now, I have no idea this isn't what was supposed to happen. So, let's see if we can save this. The shooing of the soul to its home, that is our work. The releasing of a shower of sparks to fill the day, and creating a light so we can find our way through the night, that is our work. Vasalisa asks about the men on horseback she has seen while finding her way to Baba Yaga's hut. The white man on the white horse, the red man on the red horse, the black man on the black horse. The Yaga, like Demeter, is an old horse mother goddess, associated with the power of the mare, and fecundity as well. Baba Yaga's hut is a stable for many colored horses and their riders. These pairs pull the sun up and across the sky by day and pull the cover of darkness over the sky by night. But there is more. The black, red, and white horsemen symbolize the ancient colors connoting birth, life, and death. These colors also represent old ideas of descent, death, and rebirth. The black for dissolving one's old values, the red for the sacrifice of one's preciously held illusions, and the white as the new light, the new knowing that comes from having experienced the first two. The old words used in medieval times are negrito, black, rubito, red, albino, white. These describe an alchemy which follow the circuit of the wild woman, the work of the life, death, life mother. Without the symbols of daybreak, rising light, and mysterious dark, she would not be who she is. Without the rising of hope in our hearts, without the steady light, no matter a candle or a sun, to tell us this from that in our lives, without a night from which all things can be soothed, from which all things can be born, we too would not benefit from our wildish natures. The colors in the tale are extremely precious, for each has its death nature and life nature. Black is the color of mud, the fertile, the basic stuff which ideas are sown, yet black is also the color of death, the blackening of the light, and black is even a third aspect. It is also the color associated with that world between worlds which La Loba stands for. For black is the color of descent. Black is a promise that you will soon know something you did not know before. Red is the color of sacrifice, of rage, of murder, of being tormented and killed. Yet red is also the color of vibrant life, dynamic emotion, arousal, eros, and desire. It is a color that is considered strong medicine for psychic malaise, color which rouses appetite. There is throughout the world a figure known as the Red Mother. She is not as well known as the Black Mother or the Black Madonna, but she is the watcher of things coming through. She is especially propitiated by those who are about to give birth, for whosoever leaves this world or comes into this world has to pass through her red river. Red is the promise that a rising or a borning is soon to come. White is the color of the new, the pure, the pristine. It is also the color of the soul free of the body, of spirit uncumbered by the physical. It is the color of the essential nourishment, mother's milk. Conversely, it is the color of death, of things which have lost their rosiness, their flush of vitality. Where there is white, everything is, for the moment, tabula rasa, unwritten upon. White is a promise that there is nourishment enough for things to begin anew, that the emptiness or the void will be filled. Besides the horseman, both Vasalisa and her doll are dressed in red, white, and black as well. Vasalisa and her doll are the alchemical and Lagan. Together, they cause Vasalisa to be a little life, death, life mother in the becoming. There are two epiphanies or life-givings in the story. Vasalisa's life is revivified by the doll and by her meeting the Baba Yaga, and thereby through all the tasks she masters. There are also two deaths in the story, that of the original Too Good Mother and also that of the step-family. Yet we see easily that the deaths are proper, and that they ultimately cause the young psyche a much fuller life. So this letting live, letting die is very important. It is the basic and natural rhythm which women are meant to understand and live. Grasping this rhythm lessens fear, for we anticipate the future, and the ground swells, and the emptyings out it will hold. The doll and the Yaga are the wild mothers of all women. They provide the penetrating intuitive gifts from the personal level as well as the divine. This is the extreme paradox and teaching of the instinctual nature. It is a sort of wolf Buddhism. What is one is both. What is two makes three. What lives shall die. What dies shall live. This is what Baba Yaga means when she says, to know too much can make one old too soon. There is a certain amount we all should know at each age and each stage of our lives. In the tale, to know the meaning of the hands that appear and wring out the oil from the corn and the poppy seed, both life-giving and death-dealing medicines, in and out themselves, is to ask to know too much. Vasalisa asks about the horses, but not about the hands. When I was a young adult, I asked my friend Bolgana Robnavok, an elderly teller from the Caucasus who lived in a tiny Russian farm community in Minnesota. I asked about the Baba Yaga. How did she see this part of the tale where Vasalisa just knows to stop asking questions? She looked at me with the lashless eyes of an old dog and says, "Dearie, there are simply things which cannot be known." She smiled bewitchingly, crossing her thick ankles, and that was that. To try to understand the mystery of the appearing and disappearing servants who come in the form of disembodied hands is akin to trying to absolutely comprehend the core of numinism. By warning Vasalisa about the question, the doll and the Yaga caution Vasalisa about calling upon too much of the numinosity of the underworld all at once. And this is right and proper, for though we visit there, we do not want to become enraptured and thereby trapped there. It is another set of cycles the Yaga alludes to here, cycles of a woman's life. As a woman lives them, she will understand more and more of these interior feminine rhythms, among them the rhythms of creativity, of birthing psychic babies, and perhaps also human ones, the rhythm of solitude, of play, of rest, of sexuality, and of the hunt. One need not push it. The understanding will come. Some things must be accepted as being out of our reach, even though they act upon us, and we are enriched by them. There is a saying in my family, some things are God's business. So, by the end of these tasks, the legacy of the wild mothers is deepened and intuitive powers emanate from both the human and soulful sides of the psyche. Now we have the doll as teacher on one side and Baba Yaga on the other. So you guys, real quickly before I finish, I thought it was beautiful that in the 7th initiation task, we were reminded that we have the ability to produce many new ideas through the horse mother goddess. Now, our wild woman psyche has so many attributes to herself, and one of them is the horse mother, and her ability to produce so many new ideas. But something that is so special is that Baba Yaga teaches us about the 3 special colors, black, red, and white, and how we have to experience and learn about the first 2 colors, black and red, before we even know what white is all about. And remember that black is a promise that something not known previously will be known now, and the red is a promise for a rising up, something that is being born, which leads to the white, the promise that we have enough nourishment for things to bring anew, almost like a new beginning. So I think it's beautiful that we are reminded of these 3 promises You know, we're learning that death allows a young psyche to have a fuller life. And something that I thought was really interesting that I was reminded of, asking to know too much too soon is something that I feel like a lot of us go through, especially when we're trying to figure out life, trying to expand our consciousness, trying to figure out all the secrets to this world and the universes beyond it. One of the things, or a couple things that reminded me of, are stuff that's talked about on YouTube all the time, which is opening your third eye, opening up your chakras, learning to see the future. It also reminded me about how obsessed I became about learning or trying to figure out where my mom went and what happens when we die. I became infatuated with things that weren't of my earth being to understand. The saying and the quote that I'm going to end this with is, "One not need push it. The understanding will come." I think this is so much more beautiful than just saying time heals. Don't push it. One does not need to push it. The understanding will come. Okay? You are never alone. We've got our doll on one side. We have Baba Yaga on the other. Both are beautiful teachers. I also didn't think that I would edit this video this fast. Now back to what I have to say about my makeup. Holy moly. I literally had this for my color blue. But then the pink made an appearance. She made her appearance. So, you guys, today I gave myself a haircut. And for the first time in like a really long time. How'd I do? But yeah, I cut my hair. It feels so soft. So soft. And right now, I have Jamaican castor oil and regular oil, and that's all. I don't have any I need to get more curling cream, I need to get more mousse, but I just don't have any right now. And I don't have the money. So, yeah, I hope that you guys liked this. A part of me wanted to record myself trimming up my hair, but I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't even using the proper scissors. Somebody would have had just an issue, you know, and I didn't want to bring any unnecessary uncomfortable feelings. I right now don't know what I'm going to use for my background. We'll get that figured out. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I've been really trying to play with color more. I wanted to do a blue and brown smoky eye today, but as you can see, this is what we came up with. So let's zoom in and see the damage. I get it, like my sparkles, they're not supposed to transfer up there. Personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think it looks that bad. I wish it was more equal, like just as much sparkle transferred on each eye, but we're not perfect. I'm trying to find a clean makeup brush, because if I don't use a clean makeup brush, we know what happens. We already had that happen. That was really, really creepy. That was so weird. I hope I got it on camera. But, rats make a very distinct noise when a snake gets them. And I just heard that, and so did my dog. So, snakes didn't eat today. Definitely didn't eat today. So I have no idea what that noise was. But it was definitely something screeching. Alrighty. So, I don't remember what I was saying, but, oh, I don't mind that the makeup transferred up a little bit. I think it looks kind of cute. Makeup doesn't always have to be, like, absolutely perfect. But yeah, I also really liked on my lower lash line how I did an orange and then I tried to do yellow underneath it. I thought it would be cool if I mimicked that up here, but I just wasn't able to. This is my final look. Also, leave me recommendations of looks you would like to see. Not just specific colors, because like, I've noticed some people get annoyed because of my placement. I put the colors, but I'm like, I don't know where else to put them. So, yeah, let me know if you guys have any ideas, like any, like, of a triple cut crease. Do you want me to try to do like a reverse cat eye? I've been seeing people do that lately. That looked pretty cool. I actually kind of want to try to recreate that. But if you guys have any other ideas up your sleeve that you would like me to recreate before it's 2022 and I'm not here anymore, yeah, just let me know. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Well, alright, kids. Okay, did you find it?
What was making that noise?
And also, I know I mentioned this like 4 times already, but I want to do a Q&A because I haven't done one of those in like 3 years. And I have a feeling that I don't have a lot of my old like groups watching me, so maybe you guys are like, I don't know who the hell you are, and I could change that. So if you guys have any questions you would like to know about me, please let me know down below. And with that being said, tomorrow I plan to do my Q&A. It all depends on what I feel like. So I'll talk to you later. And I found if you have like, because this looks pretty, looks very pretty. I've noticed if you want to kind of take your outfit to the notch. Like what the hell? I just went from 0 to 100. Just joking. I always think that looks kind of cute. Don't be afraid to be crazy. I'm just joking. Okay, I'll see you guys later, and I hope that you're having a good life.